Hi friends, I'm here with the yoga offering. As always, please go at your own pace, rest whenever you need to, and feel free to skip things or change things if they're not working for you today. Let's begin on our backs. You can come into a symmetrical, relaxed position. And either close your eyes or take a soft gaze up towards the ceiling. Start to slow down your breath. And anytime you notice that your mind has wandered on something else, you're checked out, just come back to your breath. Slow it down. Feel that you are breathing, you are here. And you can do that as often as you need to. You're welcome to keep your eyes closed or open them. Let's begin by sliding arms overhead, stretching out long through your arms and legs, reaching through your fingers and your toes. Interlace your fingers, press out through your palms and flex your feet. Reach through the heels of your hands, the heels of your feet. And then release. Bring your right knee to your chest. Give that knee a good squeeze in. And then straighten the right leg up towards the ceiling. Flex and point your foot a few times. Circle your ankle a couple times. And bend your knee back in, open your knee out to the right, and straighten part way or all the way out to the side, grounding down through the back of the left leg. Release, bend your knee and bring it all the way across for a spinal twist. Open out through the right arm, let your knee and shoulder reach away from one another. And staying in your twist, try straightening your right leg on a low diagonal, right arm on a high diagonal, fingers and toes reaching. And then roll back onto your back. Bring both knees in. Little circle or rock with your knees. And then grab hold of just the left knee. Drop the right leg long. Squeeze this knee in close. Maybe a little jiggle, releasing deep into the hip crease. And straighten the left leg up. Flex and point. Circle your ankle a couple times. Bend your knee back in, open your knee out to the left, and straighten part way or all the way out to the side, finding your edge where it is now. Doesn't need to be any different than it is, but go right up to it. And then release. Bend your knee, bring it across, spinal twist, first with a bent knee. And then try straightening the left leg on a low diagonal, left arm on a high diagonal. And release, roll back onto your back. Bring both knees in, circle or rock. Drop your feet to the floor. Let's get set up for a little bit of core work. Start by drawing the belly in, press the lower back down. Interlace your fingers behind your head. Exhale, lift head and chest up. Inhale, release down. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. Up. And down. Up. And down. Up. And down. One more. Release down. Now bring the right knee in and the left elbow across. Stretch the right leg really long. Knee in. Reach long. Knee in. Reach long. In. And long. One more. Same thing other side. Left knee in. Reach it out. Knee in. Reach it out. In. And long. One more. Let's take both legs up in the air now. Outwardly rotate the legs. And bring one leg in front of the other and then switch. And go back and forth quickly as you slowly lower your legs towards the floor. Once it gets difficult to keep the lower back down, head back up. So we'll do these quick little switches, straight, strong, active legs, slow lower and lifts, keeping the belly engaged the whole time. And if possible, relax your face. One more lower and lift. And then release. Knees in. Another little circle or rock. And make your way up to sitting and all the way into a high push-up. Set your hands right under your shoulders. Bring your head, shoulders, hips, and heels into a straight, long line. Shift your weight forward to lower down, low push-up. And then come into your back bend. So maybe this first one you want to take a little more gently. Just kind of testing the waters. How is this? You can stay low or try coming higher. Feel free to move around a little. Cobra or up dog. Back to down dog. Take your time getting into this first down dog of class. If any movement helps you do that, feel free to move. Consciously attending to all the details. Last breath here. Let's bend the knees and step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Really let your head drop. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Again, inhale, arms high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. This time from down dog, let's take the right leg up. Bend your knee to your chest and start circling this bent right knee, making the biggest circle possible for your hip joint. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight, send it a little higher, and then take a big step forward, high lunge. Arms up, hips low. Grab the left wrist and take it over for a little side bend. Come over to the other side, grab your right wrist, take it over. Back to center. Interlace fingers behind your back. Lift your heart. Hips low, chest high. Release arms up. Tip forward, standing splits. Hands to the floor or to a couple of blocks. We'll do this with hips square. And with the upper body letting go like ragdoll. Let your head hang, let your neck release. One more breath. Big step back. Warrior one, drop the back heel, inhale, arms up. Settle in. Feeling where you are, finding just the right amount of effort to be here. Last breath. Release. Make your way to down dog, whether that's through a vinyasa or some other movement transition. From down dog, left leg sweeps up. Bend your knee in and start circling this bent left knee. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight, send it a bit higher, and then a big step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Settle in. Grab your right wrist, take it over, a little side bend. Come over to the other side. Back to center. Interlace fingers behind your back. Other thumb on top this time, the way you don't normally cross. Last breath. Release, arms up. Tip forward, standing splits. Let your head hang. Let your neck release. Reach that back leg straighter, longer, higher. One more breath here. Step back. Warrior one. One more breath here. Release. Make your way back to down dog. And then take a good rest, whether that's down dog or maybe you want to come to child's pose or sitting, any other neutral shape. One more deep breath in and out. Let's come back through down dog. And step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Let's bend the knees and come into chair, Utkatasana. Hips sink low, head reaches high. Strong core supporting your back. One more breath. Release, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. Right leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Inhale, arms up. Warrior three, shift forward and find your balance. Squaring off hips, connecting torso and back leg. You can choose any arm position. Last breath here. Step back, warrior one, just one breath. Release through your movement transition, whatever that happens to be. There's not a right or best way to do this. We're all working with our bodies, finding what feels right for each of us right now. From down dog, left leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior three. So using everything you know about your body, and we're all always learning, everything you've learned about this shape, and with that information, do the best you can to come into your full expression. How much can you feel what that's like to be here now? Last breath here. Step back, warrior one. Release through your movement transition. And then again, 5 deep breaths. Any neutral shape. Last breath here. Let's come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward, inhaling flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, arms up. Inhale, chair. Exhale, straighten. Again, inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. Right leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior three, one breath. Come in. And then right up to standing. Bring your left knee to your chest. You can find your balance here. Right arm can be out to the side or at the hip. You could stay holding your knee or grab the big toe with the first 2 finger and thumb. Let's open the left leg out to the left. Breath steady and deep, even as you might be wobbling or falling or concentrating on keeping your balance. Let's bring the leg back to center and then come into a twist. Opposite hand to the outside of the knee or the outside of the foot. Last breath. Gaze forward, release with the front hand, catch with the back hand. King Dancer, last balance on this side. Kicking your foot into your hand. You might tip forward a little bit, but more than anything, go up. Fingers, toes, head, chest, everything lifting. Last breath here. Step back, high lunge. And then find your way to down dog. If you want to take a couple handstand swings on your way, you're welcome. Swinging the left leg up and down. Eventually finding your way to down dog, however you get there. From down dog, left leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge, arms up. Warrior 3, one breath. Come to standing. Bring your right knee to your chest. Left arm can be out or at the hip. Can stay with the knee bent or straighten it partway or all the way. Open the right leg out to the right. And then bring it back to the front. Opposite hand to the outside of your right knee, the outside of your foot. Last breath here. Gaze forward, release with the front hand, catch with the back hand. King Dancer, Natarajasana. Last breath. Release, step back, high lunge. And then optional handstand swings. You can do them or not. If you do them, you can take as many or as few as you like. Going towards grace and making space for clunky or awkward or whatever's here. Eventually finding your way back to a good rest. Letting go of everything we've just done, everything we might do. Last breath. Let's come back through down dog. And step or hop your feet forward, inhaling flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, arms up. Inhale, chair. Exhale, straighten. Again, inhale, chair. From here, come into a twist. Left elbow cross to the outside of the right knee. If you can't get your elbow, you might use your forearm. Try and have the knees and feet in line with one another. Last breath. Back to center, hips low, arms high. Same thing other side, right elbow across. Last breath. Back to center, hips low, arms high. Interlace fingers behind your back. Lift the chest. And then fold forward, wrapping arms overhead. You can separate your feet, hip width apart or wider. Let the weight of your head hang, neck release. Let your arms fall away from your back. And then release the arms all the way down. Let's lower the hips, come into a squat malasana. You're welcome to widen your stance or turn your toes out. You can also sit on something or slide something under your heels. As best you can, roll the shoulders back and down so the chest is open, whole spine is nice and long. And we'll work our root lock here, Mula Bandha, same as a Kegel exercise. As you exhale, draw the pelvic floor muscles in and up. As you inhale, release. Exhale, engage. Inhale, release. Exhale, engage. Inhale, release. And then engage and keep holding, keep breathing, drawing in strongly through the bottom and connecting that to the top. Feel the full length and space that you take up. Last breath here. And release. Let's come back to our forward fold, feet back to parallel. Let your head hang, let your neck release. If you'd like to try crow, take a little step back from the front of the mat. Plant your hands shoulder width apart, knees to the upper arms, anywhere between the elbows and the armpits. Shift your weight forward. If the toes are weightless, you might lift them up. If they're not yet weightless, see if you can feel where you are, slow things down, maybe take a little more weight forward. If you are in your hands, come back to your feet. Let's come back to a forward fold. Release your wrists. You could circle them, rub them, or slide your hands under your feet. Stand hand. One hand at a time. Toes up to the wrists so you can push into the toes, massaging the pads of the hands. Really let your head go. If you'd like to try hopping out of crow, there's a way to take baby steps. So feel free to skip this if this is not what you're up for right now. If you want to try a little hopping out of crow, plant your hands, knees to the upper arms. Shift your weight forward and then try and hop the feet just a couple of inches back. And then you can come back and see if you can go a little bit further. The head needs to go low enough to unweight the knees. So just before you fall onto your head, the feet shoot back. So try it a few times. You might eventually shoot them all the way back. Maybe today, maybe not today. You can take a vinyasa and find your way to down dog. From down dog, let's take the right leg up, step forward, low lunge. So we're going to drop the back knee. You can pat it by rolling up the side of your mat, or if you have a blanket or cushion, you can slip that under it. And you may want to grab blocks. Sink the hips forward. We're going to look for a stretch on the front of the left hip. Hands can stay on the floor or blocks. Your front leg, your hips, or arms up. So you choose your challenge in this moment. Finding just the right balance of engaging and releasing. One more breath here. Release. Hands to the blocks. Take your hips back for a hamstring stretch. Inch the front foot forward. Flex toes back. Going towards hip square, towards a flat back, towards folding. If any of you want to go towards splits, you could slide the front heel further forward. If you did slide forward, slide your way back. To release, let's bring both hands to the inside, turn out through the right foot, and then come down onto the elbows. Lizard pose. Explore, experiment in the way that feels right for you right now. You might add a quad stretch if that feels good for you, reaching back for the back foot. To release, we'll bring both hands to the floor. Lift the back knee coming to plank height. Shimmy the right foot a little further down your mat so you can more easily shift into side plank. And there's loads of variations to this. Feel free to take the one that feels right for you. Could be legs stacked, could be foot on the floor, could be bottom knee on the floor. Could take that top leg up. And then release. Make your way to down dog, however you get there. Left leg sweeps up. Step forward. Low lunge. Pad your knee. Feel free to adjust the distance between your legs. Maybe set up your blocks again. Sink hips forward, looking for an opening at the front of the right hip, and you choose any arm position. Maybe something similar to what you did on the first side. One more breath. Release. Hands to the floor or to blocks. Take the hips back. Inch the front foot forward. Flex the toes back. Hamstring stretch. Find your edge moment by moment. If sliding into splits feels right, do that. If it doesn't, don't. If you did slide forward, slide your way back. Both hands to the inside, turn out through the left foot, lizard pose, and make whatever adjustments work for you. This could be something that you have been taught or not. We all have really different bodies, so you may have a different body than your teacher. You may have a different body than you did last time you were on your mat. So working with the body you have now, with all your intelligence, and we're all continuing to learn, see if you can come into your full expression, honoring your limits where they are now. And then the big work, so simple but yet so difficult sometimes, is to feel what's happening and let it be. Some poses or situations are easier to do that than others. That's why we go through a whole variety of things. So you get to practice over and over again. Can I open up to this? just like this. Let's release. Bring both hands to the floor. Lift the back knee. Shimmy the left foot further down so you can lift the left arm. Side plank. And take whatever variation you did on the first side. Feel where you are. Can your breath be steady here? Release, make your way to a good rest. Letting go of all of that. Let's come back up through table or back down to table and set up for thread the needle, a little twist. So from hands and knees, lift the left arm up, curl from fingertips down, thread it through, and keep going until you come onto your shoulder and side of your head, and then push the right hand into the floor or into the bottom forearm. And then release, come up. Take a few rolls through the spine, releasing that, evening things out. Back to table. Right arm lifts up. Curl from fingertips down, thread it through, come onto your shoulder and side of your head. And then push the left hand into the floor or into the bottom forearm, rolling open through the top shoulder. Let's release, unwind. Take a few rolls through the spine, arching and curving. And then come back through down dog and all the way through to sitting. Extend the legs forward. Take the flesh of the sit bones back. Inch the heels forward. Let's take a seated forward fold. You're welcome to sit up on something. You can keep using your hands on the floor for support, or reach for the feet, or put something around the feet. Wherever your hands are best going to support you. As you inhale, look for more length. As you exhale, maybe a deeper fold. Inhale to look up. Exhale, release. Let's bring the right leg up and cradle the lower leg. Take a little rock. As you do this, try and sit up. There may be a tendency to round back. So you can come right up onto your sit bones or go towards that anyhow. You can bring the right leg a little bit more out to the right. And then come into either half lotus, so foot high on the left thigh, or if that doesn't work for you, Janu Shirshasana, sole the foot to the inner thigh. If you are trying half lotus, you might take a bind, right arm around behind your back to grab either the inner elbow or your big toe. And lengthen and fold. Folding being a direction, not a destination. So if your body's meeting its edge when you're upright, that's fine. Stay there. To release, let's bring the upper body up. Keep the right leg where it is and bend the left leg just a little. So it's a nice big open bend with the heel in line with the midline. And then we're going to fold over this. So again, folding is a direction. We're going towards length, towards folding, meeting your edge where you meet it. Bring the upper body back up. We're going to lean back, lift the whole thing just as it is, and then reach your right knee away and your left toe towards your nose. So you're just reaching as far as you can. This is working core strength in case you can't feel that. Even if it won't go there, keep working. This is what's needed to get into lotus without the arms. So you could try it. If you know you could get into lotus if you used your arms, go ahead and do so. Don't force anything, don't hurt yourself. Then we're going to try and lift up off the floor, hands on the floor. If you have shorter arm to torso ratio, as I do, there needs to be a little bit of leaning forward in order, and then a lot of core in order to lift up. So just doing your best, lifting as much as you can off the floor. Even if you're just trying, you are engaging the same muscles. Let's take 5 slow breaths. Good. You can either just unwind and get ready for the second side or try Lotus Vinyasa. Lotus Vinyasa is coming up onto the knees, bringing hands to the floor and trying to get the elbows as low and close as you can so you can lean your weight and maybe get the legs off the floor. Unwind them, take a Vinyasa. All of this is optional. If you were just like, what is going on? Don't worry about it. Doing what feels right, skipping what doesn't work for you. So find your way back to sitting, however you get there. Left leg comes up, grabbing the lower leg, giving a little rock side to side. Maybe bring the knee a little further out. Sitting as tall as you can while you do this. And then into either half lotus or Janushirshasana. Maybe taking some kind of bind, maybe not. Maybe folding, maybe staying quite upright. Inhale to look up. Exhale, release. Let's bend the right leg just a little. Nice big open. And fold whatever amount you're able. So if you were to fold, your head would end up on the same line as your foot. And staying at your edge breath by breath may mean moving a little. I notice sometimes as I take a deep inhale, it gets too intense. I have to back out a little, and as I exhale, move in. Okay, let's release. Come up, lean back. Try and reach your right toe to your nose, left knee away. You could try and get it into lotus. If you're able, try. If you can't do it without the hands, and you could with the hands, go ahead and do that. Whatever you ended up with is great. half lotus, full lotus, crossed ankles. And then we're going to try and lift whatever that is up off the floor. This time, 25 rapid inhales and exhales through the nose, nice and quick. This goes quicker than the slow 5 slow ones. So coming up, in and out through the nose. Release. You can either just unwind the legs or try a lotus vinyasa. Any transition you like. Eventually making your way onto your back. You can bring your knees in. Take a little circle or rock with your knees. Check in with your body. What do you need right now? What would feel like a good ending to this practice for you? You might take a couple back bends next. Bridge, half wheel, full wheel, supported bridge, supported fish. Anything, or not that. Maybe you want to take an inversion. Maybe a restorative pose. Feel whatever you are doing now. When the pose feels complete, come down and rest. If you want to come up again, or check in with your body. What do you need? What do you feel like doing? If you're enjoying what you're doing, stick with that till it's finished. And then keep asking, how about now? Could be something you've been taught, could be something you are making up in this moment. You might want to take some kind of restorative pose, happy baby, legs up the wall, supported fish, supported bridge, Supta Baddha Konasana. Maybe you want to finish with a twist. There's nothing you should or shouldn't be doing, so just listening to your body, doing what feels right. Self-massage is a great way to help bring awareness to different places, to help release places that are holding. Eventually, coming into your final resting pose, and again, there's no rush. Take all the time you like. You can even let the video finish and keep practicing if you have energy for that. If you want to join me in winding things down here now, keep doing what feels right for you. What do you need to get comfortable? Do you want to adjust your clothing? Grab any props. Any self-massage. Eventually settling into stillness, letting go of the control of your breath, letting go of the weight of your body. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, gently waking your body up again. Let this movement increase gradually through your wrists and ankles, eventually stretching out long through your arms and legs. When you're ready, bring your knees in and roll to one side. Use your hands to help you up to sitting. We'll bring hands together at the heart. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me today. Hope you have a good rest of your day.